thank you, Kenny. Yeah, thanks for going back to hell for us. You're a real pal. Goodbye, you guys.
Witness 5-year-old Nelson's poignant battle with cancer as we count down the heart-rending scenes that define the show's depth. Let's dive into the top 12 saddest South Park moments. In this episode, something really sad and emotional happens. Stan, along with his friends, is playing football when a girl approaches him with heartbreaking news. His girlfriend Wendy is breaking up with him.
But Wendy breaks up with you. Whoa, wait a minute. What did I do wrong?
Stan is stunned and stands there, looking like his world has shattered. He decides to join the Goth Kids, a group of boys who talk about pain and suffering, believing life is full of misery.
Alright, so how do I join you?
If you want to be one of the nonconformists, all you have to do is dress just like us and listen to the same music we do.
Okay.
Later, Butters also goes through a breakup, and he's in tears.
Are you saying you don't want to be together anymore? Broken up now? I gotta get these curly fries to table 12.
When he's invited to join the Goth Kids, he says something truly touching. He says,
Well, yeah, and I'm sad. But at the same time, I'm really happy that something can make me feel that sad. It's like, it makes me feel alive, you know? It makes me feel human.
This is so special because it means he really felt something wonderful before. This episode is packed with emotions, especially the way Butters' words remind us that feeling sad is part of being human, and it's a powerful and emotional moment. This episode had a really interesting story. It all began when Lisa wanted to watch a movie with Butters, but he said no because he thought Lisa wasn't pretty.
Well, I was just wondering if maybe you would like to go to a movie this weekend.
Oh, no thanks, Lisa. I really appreciate the offer, but you're too fat for me.
Later, Wendy explained to Butters that people can look nice in pictures because of Photoshop, and that Lisa could use it too.
I want you to see just how easy this is so we can better understand each other. This is Lisa Berger's class photo, right?
Okay.
Now, first thing we do is just Photoshop the bulges on her sides. We select the eyes, make them a nicer shape, take off any blemishes on the skin, lengthen the neck, add more to the hair, select the lips, make them fuller, take out any puffiness on the skin, here, add fullness to the breast, lengthen the torso, take away that fold of skin, streamline the shoulders, put highlights in the eyes, and there.
But Butters and the other girls misunderstood, and they started using Photoshop to change their pictures. Wendy did not like this, because the boys were believing the fake pictures of the girls. Then there was a really emotional part where Wendy got frustrated and gave up. She ended up using Photoshop to change her own picture and sent it out to all the other kids. It was a sad moment because Wendy felt like she was the only one who didn't look good, and she wanted to fit in. In this episode, a heart-wrenching tragedy unfolds. Chef, a beloved character, becomes entangled in a cult-like group named the Super Adventure Club, notorious for its mind-manipulating ways. As the insidious brainwashing takes hold of Chef, the boys embark on a daring mission to rescue him from the clutches of the club, achieving their goal against all odds.
Chef, come on!
Children!
Get out of here! Kenny, spin blossom nut squash! Come on, Chef!
I can't break these locks.
Here! Come on, Chef!
However, as Chef attempts to return from the perilous journey, fate takes a cruel turn. Crossing a fragile rope bridge, a lightning bolt strikes, shattering the bridge and engulfing it in flames. The bridge collapses and Chef plummets beneath, suffering grievous injuries. In an even more heartrending twist, a lion and a grizzly bear appear on the scene, unleashing a brutal and devastating attack, tearing Chef apart and consuming him. This sequence of events is profoundly sorrowful, leaving an indelible mark of sadness. In this really sad episode, we see Stan feeling super down. He sees everything as terrible and feels like life is just a big mess. This makes his friends not want to be around him because he brings everyone down.
We just wanted to be able to go to the movies and enjoy ourselves, you know? I'm sorry, but
You're a bummer to be around.
Things get even sadder when Stan's parents start fighting and then decide to live apart.
People get older, Randy. People grow apart.
At the end of the episode, there's a really sad part where we see Stan, his sister Shelley, and his mum Sharon moving out to a new place, leaving his dad Randy all alone. This makes the audience feel really emotional, and some might even have tears in their eyes. Stan's grandpa is famous for being forgetful, and people always laugh when he forgets things or calls people by the wrong names. He even calls his grandson Stan by the name Billy sometimes. This used to be really funny, but in this special episode, things took a sad turn. It became emotional when he was trying to remember the name of his beloved dog, Patches. He used to love that dog a lot, but sadly, the dog was not around anymore.
Did I ever tell you I used to have a border collie named Patches? I loved that dog. When she died, I didn't let myself get too sad because I thought I'd always have the memory of her slobbering happy face. I can't remember what she looked like, Billy.
Don't worry, Grandpa. I'm gonna take care of this.
Grandpa was struggling to remember how Patches looked and was feeling really sad about it. Then something heartwarming happened. Stan gave his grandpa a present, a picture of Patches in a frame.
Grandpa, I wanted to give you something.
Oh, for me? There she is. Old Patches. There's that slobbering happy face. Thank you, Billy. That means a lot.
This made Grandpa so grateful because now he could remember how his dear dog looked. Thanks to Stan, he could hold on to that memory again and feel a little better. In this episode, Stan takes on the role of a coach for a hockey team made up of little kids in kindergarten. They're getting ready for a big match against the Detroit Red Wings. However, things take a sad turn when one of the players, Nelson, is diagnosed with terminal cancer.
Why, you got asthma or something?
No, he has cancer.
What?
Nelson has leukemia. It's already spread to his bone marrow. I don't want to have cancer.
On the day of the match, Stan's team faces a tough situation. The Detroit Red Wings are not only scoring a lot of goals, but they're also playing really rough and using unfair tactics against the young kids. It's a pretty tough game to watch.
Hey, can they do that?
But the most emotional part happens when Coach Stan goes to visit Nelson in the hospital. Nelson is lying in a hospital bed, really sick. It's a really touching moment that shows just how serious the situation is.
Will you do me just one favor, Coach? The game tonight, I'm gonna be watching, so could you make it so I don't have cancer?
No, dude, I told you I can't do that.
Well then, will you just win for me?
Okay.
In this episode, Stan finds himself among a group of Disney-like animals who believe they're going to give birth to their savior, a follower of Satan. However, there's a problem. A mountain lion is causing trouble for them. This mountain lion has been killing pregnant animals, making it hard for the group to achieve their goal. Unexpectedly, Stan becomes involved and helps the group by killing the mountain lion. But when the lion's lifeless body is on the ground, her 3 cubs come out and start calling for their mother. This is a really sad moment, and even Stan feels emotional seeing it. Stan is deeply affected by what he did. Later, he discovers that these animals were actually followers of Satan, which makes him even more upset and downhearted.
Wake up, Mommy, wake up. Don't leave us, Mommy.
Stanley!
Stanny, you're alive!
But does that mean you killed the mountain lion? It's dead.
For real and for true?
Are you sure? I'm sure it won't be hurting you anymore.
He did it! Now our Critter Christmas can finally happen! Hail Satan!
Hail Satan! Wait, what?
You've done us a huge favor, Stanny. Without the mountain lion around, Lady Porcupine can give birth to the Antichrist.
Yay!
Kenny had faced death in various seasons before, but this time his passing was for real, making it an incredibly sorrowful moment. Kenny was in the hospital battling pain and sickness, and his friends came to visit him. Stan found it really tough to see Kenny in such a state, so he left the room unable to bear it. This was a really sad scene on its own. However, the truly heart-wrenching moment came right after. Cartman, who was usually known for his mean behavior, unexpectedly burst into tears upon learning that Kenny's time was running out. It's quite unbelievable. Cartman showing genuine sadness and shedding tears. But it really happened, revealing a deeply emotional side to his character.
We'll be right outside if you need us, Kenny.
I told you this, Kenny, but I kind of always thought you were my best friend. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna need to give Kenny some time to sleep now.
Don't you worry, Kenny. I'm gonna find a cure for you. Everything's gonna be okay.
Kenny, being a caring brother, realized that his sister Karen wasn't getting the kindness she deserved. Driven by love, he embarked on a mission to bring a smile to her face. To make this happen, Kenny took on the role of a child worker, putting in lots of effort to earn some money. When his hard-earned pay was finally in his hands, he knew exactly how he wanted to spend it. With a heart full of warmth, Kenny carefully selected a doll to gift to his sister. He entered her room carrying this precious token of affection and presented it to her. As Karen unwrapped the gift, her face instantly lit up with an exuberant burst of joy. This was a moment that radiated happiness, yet it was laid with a depth of sentiment that ran much deeper. Amidst the happiness, one could sense the profound emotions that underscored this act of love and generosity.
What are you doing, Kenny? Wow. This is mine?
In this powerful scene, a war rages on and a devastated Satan is present. Kenny returns from hell and extends a helping hand to show Satan a glimmer of light. Satan finds happiness in this, and as a result, he grants Kenny a wish. However, Kenny's selflessness shines through as he chooses not to ask for anything personal. Instead, he wishes for everything on Earth to revert to how it was before the war. Yet, amidst the poignant moment, a touch of sadness is added. Kenny unveils his face for the first time and speaks clearly for the very first time. With a heavy heart, he bids his friends farewell and returns to hell. The scene is truly heart-wrenching.
I will pull all my minions back. I guess I'm destined to live in hell. Alone. What's this? Hi there, little guy. Would you like to go to hell with me? Sure. I bet we can be best friends, Mr. Satan.
Feel free to come back and visit us anytime you want, Satan.
Might just might do that.
Thank you, Kenny. Yeah, thanks for going back to hell for us. You're a real pal. Goodbye, you guys.
Kip Drawdy was a young boy who felt like he was all alone on Facebook. Looking at his profile and seeing the friend count at 0 made his heart sink with a deep sense of loneliness. Then, out of the blue, a small glimmer of happiness appeared on his screen, a notification announcing that Kyle had sent him a friend request. Kip's spirits soared as he quickly accepted the invitation, feeling a sense of connection he hadn't felt in a long time. However, as their virtual friendship blossomed, an unexpected sadness crept in. Kyle started losing his own friends because of his association with Kip. The friendship that had brought so much joy soon turned into a cause of distress for both boys. Eventually, Kyle made the difficult decision to end their connection, leaving Kip once again feeling the weight of isolation and heartache.
Yeah! Mom, Dad, I made a friend today!
Kip, really?
You did?
Yeah!
In this scene, we witness Kyle lying on the ground, his life declared to have slipped away. The atmosphere is heavy with sorrow, with everyone profoundly affected by the loss. However, amidst this despair, Cartman stands apart. He refuses to accept Kyle's departure, driven by an unyielding determination. Cartman springs into action, attempting to bring his friend back from the brink. He administers strong CPR and employs every method at his disposal to rouse Kyle from his unconscious state. Despite the doubts of the medical professionals, a remarkable twist of fate unfolds. Kyle begins to show signs of life once more. The moment is undeniably charged with emotion, as Cartman's unrelenting efforts successfully breathe new life into his friend. Amidst the collective grief, Cartman's resilience and unwavering belief in his friend's return create a poignant scene of triumph over despair.
God damn it, Carl! You never walked away from anything in your life! Now fight! 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 Get him some air.
As we wrap up our journey through the top 12 saddest South Park moments, we've experienced a roller coaster of emotions that the show has skillfully presented. From heartbreak to resilience, these moments have left a lasting impact. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more engaging content. And remember, while South Park often makes us laugh, it also knows how to tug at our heartstrings in unexpected ways.